Welcome to the deep dive. Today we're digging into a really interesting idea about how success happens, kind of using trading as a lens.
Exactly. We're looking at Mansi's trading tip 51. It talks about this pattern, you know,
Yeah, the pattern where like things start slow in trading while you build your base.
and then boom. If that base is solid, success can really accelerate quite quickly, actually.
Right. So the mission for this deep dive is to unpack that. What does it mean, not just for traders, but, well, for anyone chasing mastery in any field? What are the underlying principles?
Good question. Let's start there.
Okay, so this slow build phase, Mansi's tip stresses it takes time. You need a solid foundation in trading. What actually goes into that foundation?
Well, in trading, it's things like really understanding the market dynamics, supply, demand, sentiment, all that stuff.
Okay.
Plus, developing your own specific strategy, for buying and selling. And crucially, the discipline to actually stick to it.
Sticking to it even when it gets rocky, I bet.
Oh, absolutely. And then there's just plain old experience. You got to be in the market doing it.
Yeah, that makes total sense. And you see that everywhere, don't you? Like, learning an instrument. Hours and hours of scales before you play a real song.
Or a language, all that grammar and vocabulary before you can actually talk to someone properly.
Exactly. And it can feel slow, maybe even a bit discouraging, putting in the work without seeing those big results straight away.
Absolutely. That slow phase can be tough
Yeah.
mentally. You might wonder, is this even working?
Hmm.
But it is crucial. You're building the essential skills, the knowledge. It's like, you wouldn't build a huge building on shaky ground, right?
Right. Gotta have that solid base. Okay, so then comes the potentially exciting bit, this sudden and exponential success. Why might that happen in trading after the slow start?
A few reasons, really. As your skills sharpen, you just get better at spotting good opportunities,
Hmm.
maybe ones you'd have missed before.
Makes sense.
And then there's compounding. If your strategy is sound, even smaller wins start adding up, building on each other. That can lead to much bigger gains over time.
Ah, the magic of compounding.
Yeah, and also sometimes consistent success just attracts more attention, maybe more capital, which can fuel growth even faster. It feeds itself
Yeah.
in a way.
It's like that aha
Yeah.
moment, isn't it? When you've been wrestling with something complex
Yeah.
and suddenly it just clicks. Or a musician finally nailing a really difficult piece after weeks of practice. It feels like overnight success, but it's built on all that previous effort.
Precisely. It's that stark contrast, the long, slow grind, and then this rapid shift. It really shows that progress isn't always, a straight line.
So pulling this all together, what are the big takeaways for us, whether we trade or not? What can we apply?
I think the main thing is patience and persistence, especially early on when things feel slow.
Yeah, trusting the process.
Exactly. Trusting that the effort is building something valuable, even if the results aren't flashy yet. Focus on laying those bricks, building that foundation properly.
And it's a reminder, too, I guess, not to get too hung up on immediate external results. You could be making huge strides internally, learning tons.
Absolutely. That underlying progress is key. This whole pattern, slow build and potential rapid growth, you see it in careers, hobbies, personal development. Basically, any way you commit sustained effort.
So as you're listening, maybe think about where you are right now. Are you in a foundational phase in some area of your life?
Yeah. What are you consistently working on, even if the big breakthrough hasn't quite happened yet?
Good question. So summing up, Mansi's tip suggests significant success often follows that dedicated, sometimes slow period of foundation building.
That's the core idea. Build the base first.
Which leaves us with this final thought. Where are you laying groundwork right now? And if you stick with it, what kind of sudden and exponential progress could be waiting down the line? Something to think about. Thanks for taking this deep dive with us.